Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me. We're going to make a cute little gift box, perfume box, shaving cream. A bottle of shaving cream will fit in here. It is, let's see how big this is. This is 8 inches long and looks like 3 inches tall. So a lot of things would fit in here. This is my little prototype. So I think it's really cute. They're not hard to make, but this is my second take on this one. The first one, my paper just wouldn't cooperate with me and I scored it wrong. And so anyway, we're going to start again. You will need 2 pieces of cardstock. So 2 pieces of cardstock that are 8 1/4 or 8 1/4 by 11 5/8. So we're going to go that route first. You're going to score on the, let's see, on the long side, 11 5/8, you're going to score at 3/4. And I'll probably be looking a lot at my directions because first time I scored wrong. 3 3/4. And then you're going to turn it and you're going to score at 3 inches. At 7 1/4 and 7 3/4. And now we're going to do the same thing on this one. You're going to score at, put it on the long side, score at 3/4, 3 3/4, turn it, score at 3, and it's 7 1/4 and 7 3/4. Okay, and now after you've scored that last score line at 7 3/4, you're going to come back and in this section right here, this is this little box right here, you're going to come back at 5 3/4 and you're going to score down just to that second score line. That's all you're going to do right there, okay? Then you're going to go and do this one the same way. So make sure that these lines, these little lines, make sure that these little score lines are on the right hand side. You're going to score at 5 3/4 just down to that score line. Now you're going to put it back in your scoreboard with the long side like this. And in this first section right here, so you've got this little score line here, and then you've got this first section, and this is a 3-inch section, I do believe. Let's make sure. Yes, this is a 3-inch section. So what you want to do is come at 2 1/4, and you want to score down to that second score line right there. This just makes the other folding that we have to do a little bit easier. So see, here's my 3/4 inch, and there is that 3 3/4 line. And so right in between those, I want to score down just across those 2 score lines right there. And that is on the long side. So we'll do that again on this one. You see how we have all of these are the 2 score lines up here that are going that way. We have this 3/4 coming down this way, and here's that section right there. We want to score just down across those 2 score lines at 2 1/4. Okay, so we'll lay our scoreboard aside, and now you want to, now if you have a diagonal scoreboard that will score on the diagonal, then you could use it here. I don't have one, so we're going to do this. You're going to start at that little score line where you brought it down to that second line right there. You're going to start right there, and you're going to come to this corner of that score. Let me pull this up. So you're going to start right here, and you're going to come right over here to this corner and make a little diagonal score line, and or what we're basically making is a little diamond shape. So we're doing that, and then we're going to do it to the other side as well. So it should look just like that. Okay, and we will do it on the other one. So start right there, go into that corner where those two score lines meet. Start right there and go into that corner as well. There we go. So there again, we've got our little triangle. Now we just need to fold on all of our score lines as usual. Now don't worry about folding on your partial score lines right now. Don't worry about that. Just leave that be. We'll pick that up in a moment. Okay, now we want to cut away a few pieces. So we need to cut right here. This is the piece at the bottom. There's that one box and that long box. We're cutting away that little flap right there and cut it in kind of at a little bit of a diagonal. So we're going to cut that piece away. Then you're going to go up top here where you have all of these score lines, and you're going to cut away these 6 little boxes right here. So we're going to cut those off. And then on this one, right here on the bottom, you're going to cut up on that one. And then I'm going to go ahead and notch on both sides of this, because this is going to fold in. Okay, then we'll do the same thing over here. Okay, now what we're going to do is on this score line that we made right here, the partial score lines and then the triangle, we're going to fold on those really, really easy. We don't want to put any crease in this. We just want to put a little bit of fold right there. And do these the same, just a little bit of a fold. Just like that. We'll do that on both sides. So just a little bit of a fold, just so that when we get to that point, this paper is going to know what it needs to do. Just like that. Alright, and now we're going to put our design paper on here. And this will go in this box right here. So just center it in between this score line in the end, and then let it run right up to that score line up there. Okay. Just like that. This is the top of your box, so make sure that your pattern's going the right way. That's what I'm trying to watch for. Make sure my pattern is going correctly. Now this is how your box is going to go together. This is going to go here, and then this one's going to fold back over and go there. So we want to make sure that we get our design paper on the right side. Sorry about my phone dinging. Turn that off. So I think the one that I did earlier, I actually put the design paper on the wrong side because I wasn't paying attention. I get too many things going on in my head and I don't pay attention. Okay. That looks like my little birds are flying the right way. So we will put that one down right there. I love that paper, and it looks so good with that brown. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to put our score tape on. And this is going to fold down over that, just like that. Go ahead and take the backing off of your score tape, and then you're just going to fold that piece down. And that's just going to make that, keep that from being a raw edge. Okay, just like that. Kind of reinforces everything. Then what you want to do is put your score tape right here on these little pieces, because you want to bring these together to make your box. And I'm just using, well, I thought I was going to use my 1/2 inch, but evidently I am out, so I'll have to, and I don't want to get up and go get any more right now. Use my 1/4 inch and just put 2 pieces on there. And we want to put some on this one as well. And then lay them together. Alright, and this score line right here and this score line need to meet up. So that's all you need to make sure of, and then make sure that it's straight right on that score line all the way up and down. So just like that. And then just bring this around and take the backing off of this score tape. And all it's doing is sticking to my fingers. I'm going to fold it over like this. So all I did was just fold that one over and this one over, and it makes it a little bit easier to bring it together. Just like that. So there you have the makings of the box, and now we're just going to put this bottom part together. Do a dry run just to make sure that all my little pieces are going together correctly. Now I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on these flaps, just because I don't want them popping up on the inside. But you can do it either way that you want. I'm just going to put glue, and then I'm going to press this one down. I'm going to put more glue on this one. You can use score tape here if you want. And then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to use my bone folder to get down in there and press everything down. So there you go, there's the inside. And now all you need to do is on these little pieces right here, just start kind of pulling out, and as you pull out, this is going to bend. It will not want to, but it will. It kind of fold over. There we go. Just like that. And see, these folded down really well. And now all we're going to do here is we're just going to use our fingers, and we're going to reinforce those score lines. Make them meet really, really well. Do the same on the other end. Sure that they're reinforced, just like that. And it's going to pop up for a while. It's going to act aggravating because it doesn't want to do that particular thing, but just make it, just force it. Then you need 2 little bitty pieces to go on the ends, and they're 3/4 by 2 3/4. So all we're going to do on that is we're going to round these corners, and so I just have to kind of put it down in there and eyeball it to round those corners. Just like that. And then these are going to go right up under there, up under this little point. We're going to put those right there. And I am going to use some tape on this, because this is going to need to stick pretty well. Now you can put ribbon around this. You know, you can decorate it up any way that you want. I'm not going to decorate this one today, just simply because I've got some other things that I've got to get done. So I'm just getting the video up so that it'll show you how you can put this together, and then you can decorate it any way that you want. So it comes together really quick and easy once you get your scoring done. Alright, we're going to put this one right up under here, right at that, across that point. Glue that down, just like that. Then you're going to go to the other end. You're going to put that one right there, right up under that point. Now, here's where you could put a button there. You could put some magnets. You could do Velcro, just whatever you want to hold this down. Okay, now I'm going to grab 2 of our magnets. Well, really 4 of our magnets. 2 sets. Try to keep them from jumping together there. So get a negative and a positive. And I'm going to take the backing off. I'm just going to put that up under there, just like that. I'm going to take the backing off the other side. I don't know why I'm trying to do that with no fingernails. And press that down right there. I'm going to do the same on this end. And press that down on that side as well. So there is our box. Is that not cute? Just pull the ends up, open it up. You have a good place for all your goodies. Fold it back down. The magnets stick closed. Nice and neat. Alright, I have a couple of little brads that I'm going to put on the end of it. Really, they're not brads. They're, they look like brads, but I think they're just, this is from the Lumberjack collection. They're really heavy metal bling pieces. And I think I'm going to use, which one do you think is the prettiest for that? I think I'm going to use this rose gold. I think that'll be pretty. So we're going to put that right there and make it look like it. That's what's holding it down. Just like that. I'm going to have to put another little piece of tape up under there. So then I'll put another one right here. And there we go. It makes it look like that little brad is what's holding, or that little bling is what's holding it down. Super cute, pretty, and it's not that hard. You could turn out a lot of these. You could put ribbon across the top of them, do, you know, just about anything that you wanted to. I think they're so pretty, and a very, very nice box, gift box for someone. You could put some ribbon around it and tie you some bows on the top, decorate it up. Really neat. So that is it, guys. That is our project for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We would appreciate it. And we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.